proximity charge. So pay attention to tutorial menus.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it's basically your predator room.
Some people, Nemoff says, some people have commented on the AI seeming a bit basic. Is that overblown? I don't think the AI is basic. There's I feel like personally, this is my perspective as someone who's played it a lot. There's a really delicate balance to strike when it comes to creating AI. You want them to be challenging and you want them to pressure you, but you can't make them too smart or too clever in a game where your ultimate goal is to build momentum. Because if every AI enemy was a brick wall for you to fight, like it's some sort of Dark Souls enemy, you'll never be able to build the right rhythm you need to get into the flow state for this game. So the AIs are challenging. If they see you, they will attack you and they will be aggressive. If you're hiding in the distance or on a roof, they will throw things at you. They will lob grenades at you. They will get in your face, and they are very, very resilient at times as well. However, they're not super challenging. It's not gonna be like a long fight with each of them. What they make up for, what they lack in power, they make up for in numbers and in kind of like resourcefulness. But for me, the AI strikes the right kind of balance between being challenging and stopping you when they need to, and also being squishy and killable to the point where you don't feel like you're being held down and you're being like shackled with, you know, some sort of weight that you're constantly struggling. It's not an uphill struggle. That's not the point of this game. The whole point is you're supposed to feel like you're quickly building momentum, because the whole point is you're trying to get through this day and kill everyone in one swift kind of journey.
So, I'm trying to think, there is a guy that I think comes around here. So what I could do...
Come on! What? You'll be back tomorrow.
Nick asks, is there a limit to how many weapons you can carry? Yeah, you can carry 2 slab abilities, and then I believe it's 1, 2, 3 weapons?
3.
Yeah, 3 weapons.
Yeah, because reprise counts as one of your slab weapons. So... This is my Dishonored playing in action, but I like to just sort of like to watch and just let them do their own thing. Oh, don't go around that side. I set up the trap there.
Oh, no.
Dickhead. Oh, there we go.
Okay, gotta be a switch. Around here somewhere.
If an enemy gets alerted, does every enemy get alerted, or just enemies in certain radius?
It depends who you alert.
Yeah, there's some enemies who are
This looks like
a little more loud and have ability to alert more enemies, basically.
Yeah, so they there are some enemies that have little radios, and they'll radio in for backup, but what you can do is you can hack them to stop that from happening. Egghead's explaining.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Batteries. So if you enjoyed whale oil, then boy, this is the mechanic for you. There's only there's a few of these dotted around, having to find batteries to power things, but there's one sequence in particular that that requires it. So it's good that it's
okay,
quick.
we're juiced. Show me what you can do.
Thing. Oh, I have to do the lever again. There.
Welcome, Eternalists. This is Igor Serling. Have you ever wondered how our beloved time loop functions? Long ago, the Isle of Black Reef experienced a cataclysmic event which tore the fabric of space and time.
Egghead.
We call this
Egghead.
the anomaly. I founded the EON program with the Visionaries to protect and study the etheric imbalances of this phenomenon, and thus, you must protect and study us, the Visionaries. Follow the 3 tenets. If the loop is threatened, refer to the LPP.
LPP?
LPP?
The LPP is at the security office on That Rock. Notify the head of security, and he will tell you how to use the LPP to protect the loop.
So So there are like the tunnels that come in and out of the each area. They kind of like there's like one of two exits, and so frequently you'll find that it doesn't try and encourage you to like, you know, go out this way for a change or try this. Also, ammunition's free. You just have to remember where a depot is. I guess not a depot, but like a machine for it is. Okay.
I've seen a bunch of people in chat saying this game is pretty much Dishonored without parkour, and
oh no, I just don't have the abilities for that yet.
Yeah, that is incorrect. You can do. I mean, if you're trying to be reductive, get a grip. That's not what this game is. Look with your eyes and think with your brain, and I'm sure you'll see how it's different. But no, there's way more to it than what you're seeing on screen currently. How long is the game? It depends on how you approach it. Like, you can complete it generally, I'd guess, between 12 to 15 hours for most people.
Yeah, I did 17.
I completed it in 12, I think. But if you're super methodical, which I do recommend, it's on the higher end.
Yeah. I mean, I was talking to other people who were playing, and Matt Perslow at IGN was like, I finished the game, and then I spent 10 hours afterwards beyond, I mean, this was last week, so he's probably spent more than that just trying to uncover every secret and trying to get all the answers. So it's like Dishonored. It's like you can finish it very, very quickly if you want to, but if you want to uncover every last secret, and there are tons of them in this game, then that's up to you. Alright. Got some gear, got some trinkets. I'm quickly gonna mess around with my loadout.
Smart. You have to be doing that a lot.
Because where am I going? Freestone Rock Afternoon. This one, if I recall, is quite a...
Yeah.
Oh no, did it get rid of the other? I got rid of my shotgun because I couldn't carry it.
It's it.
Bugger. Oh, now I'm stuck with the rapier. I shouldn't have. You know what? We're fine. We'll be fine. I got more trinkets, didn't I?
Yeah, so you can see you can customize weapons here by adding trinkets to them, which change how they perform. You get a variety of buffs ranging from like range to power to speed of reload, that kind of stuff. And you get trinkets for Colt as well.
Yeah.
So that's where the character customization comes in. Emil Flores, who's asking in the chat, you can change things like how quickly he runs, how much noise he makes, how his health regenerates, how his abilities regenerate.
If you're out of power, it can sap from your health.
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted me to answer?
I want to know if you figured out who you really are.
Oh, that's easy. I'm a drinker, occasionally a drunk, man about island. Everyone knows me, everyone hates me, handy with a gun, quick with a joke. I dress well, and why the fuck is everyone wearing a mask?
I never dual wield because I'm
It's a hack
Snowman.
of jig. I'm done playing this shit.
Nextrianus asks, is the gameplay better than Cyberpunk? Because gameplay seems very similar, sorry. It's not similar at all, what are you talking about?
I said Colt, show, not
I
Colt.
wouldn't call it.
Fuck it. Next stop, security officer.
A hot minute since
Choo,
I've
choo.
played Cyberpunk. Always take the high ground.
Always. Vantage is good.
They all pee a lot. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm always catching them mid-pee. Yeah, so I feel like I never dual wield in this game because I'm always like, I always have a power equipped, like I always have shift or ether. So this bit, yeah, like if you come here earlier in the day, this is not snowy at all. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. The Deathloop experience.
Juk to Juk asks, how will speedrunners play this? Can it be done in one shot? Yes, it can.
Yeah.
I think like one of the most interesting parts of this is going to be how speedrunners figure it out and get to it, because you can really, really min-max movement and abilities and get it done very, very fast if you know what you're doing and you've got the dexterity and timing for it.
Am I sliding off that? Is that why I can't get up there? I usually would get up there. Maybe it's like so. Interesting. Alright. Yeah. I mean, this is the game that basically encourages you to speedrun it. And by the time you've built up your sort of routes and best ways to approach
This is a pretty tight group.
each visionary, you get such a good lay of the land that you definitely like just kind of innately build that proficiency. Okay. So I don't have sound, so I can't tell if that turret hears me or not. Can I get up around there? I don't have shift, so this is an experiment. I can't double jump there. Oh no! There's people here. Okay.
This is what it's all about.
Yeah,
Figuring
because like
out
different
how
times
you
of day,
approach
these
them.
people are not here.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, snowman. So I don't know if I'm too far away from that now. Okay. There's no one else really up here because it's probably cold. That's true. Ooh, this is a distraction.
Get a drink with
Is it like Outer Wilds where you could technically beat it in your first sleep if you knew exactly what to do? Yes. It would be trickier because you wouldn't have a lot of abilities or weapons, but it is doable.
Don't attack my turret. Come on. See, they're all looking. They're all like. There we go.
Do in-game choices matter in your playthrough, or is it a straightforward story? I wouldn't say your choices are like you're not making choices that are going to diverge the story, but it's not a straightforward story. It's a weaving story where you'll get pieces of. There's multiple arcs running concurrently between characters and visionaries and the world itself, how the history of the world, and it doesn't just tell you all in one big lore dump. You find pieces of it, reference to it, and you kind of put the pieces together yourself. So it's a very kind of natural way of learning about the game and having a story delivered to you, as opposed to an exposition dump.
Yeah. I mean, I think Colt waking up amnesiac with a hangover is very much. He's sort of like he's going through the same thing that you are essentially. Okay, so I hacked my turret. Classic strat. Ooh. She's just gonna let herself killed anyway. I thought I would have to deal with her, but I guess I don't. Maybe I do. Oh no, another guy I saw here. And I can't remember if there was another guy up here. There is on another loop. Yeah, no, he's here. Area cleared.
Nice. Pierre asks, does Juliana interrupt the game in set locations / moments, or can it happen literally any time? As long as there's a visionary in the map you're in, she can pop up pretty much any time.
Yeah, but it's usually pretty near the just as soon as you've not just as soon as you got in, but like in the first few minutes of you being in a place. I felt really bad because I invaded someone and they were, we'll show you the map very, very shortly. They were killing a bunch of people that they needed to, and just before they were about to kill the final person, I killed them. So it really lets you be a complete arse if you are invading Juliana, which I really enjoy. So I'm not always the best at it, but still. When you want to be an arsehole, you can be. So
you can be, but if you're being an asshole in our chat, I will ban you. So, Dark Death 47, you're on the list. Careful what you say.
Second,
Don't be
made
shitty.
the LPP, which means it's in my flat. I can fucking
we've got
Dom.
the next bit of info about where to go. Let's just head back. Easy. Nope. Kick the snowman.
Take a drive downtown.
You really hate the snowman, don't you?
Well, I haven't looked fully at the trophy list, but I wonder if there is a trophy for Kit.
I don't think so.
I did kill everyone else here, so it should be good to just bring back. And it has a very good slide, which I very much enjoy using. Okay.
Not jump the gun, but I know you just started story again. I saw there was online PvP. Will you be showing that later on?
Can do.
Yeah, we can do some PvP later on.
I have to do a certain number of missions on this side before I'm like it set out in the world. Maybe I'll do PvP on my other account where I have a bit more. I have more trinkets and weapons and stuff, because otherwise I'm gonna get absolutely smoked on this side if I do it on this one.
Might be good to do it from scratch because it will show the progression as well.
Yeah, that's true.
And also that there's no expectation for you to be amazing at it.
Playing a game on the internet's more.
I mean.
All right, we're backing up, Dom.
Juliana. Juliana, you there? Juliana. I remember your name.
I love that. I love the way they just like poke at each other. Just get away from them.
Carlos Pagan, I appreciate the Naughty by Nature reference. Thank you.
Lord, Apple. Okay, okay.
Is the music DMCA 3 for streaming? Yes, I believe so. It's all original music.
Hope so. Otherwise, this stream's getting cut short. There's no one down there. Uh-oh.
Is this the best use of wall text since Splinter Cell Conviction? I think so.
Yes, absolutely. Ooh, okay, I normally come down here in the day, and she's not there.
Folks asking about PC performance, we can't really answer that question. We played it primarily on PS5. How replayable is this game? Is there a new game plus mode after you beat it? Well, replayability is kind of the point of the entire game. Like you're replaying, the days are you replaying parts of the game over and over until you've got it down to a T. Once you're done with it, once you have the final loop, you're kind of like, you can, you're put in a place where you're just before going on the final loop, and you can carry on prolonging the session, the loops, until you want to, until you're ready to decide to take it on. And then after you're done with that, it kind of puts you back in the world just before you attempted your final loop. So there is replayability in that, but there's not a new game plus mode to any extent.
Yeah.
To this traditional extent, because that wouldn't work with the way that you get powers and abilities and stuff like that in this game.
Yeah. I mean, I think she's drunk, or she's like. What?
Rate the DualSense on a scale of hobnobs to rich tea biscuits. Yeah.
Wait, hang on.
Alien
what
Man
is that?
420.
What
I
is
don't
that?
like the scale.
Scale?
Because you put hobnobs. You've said hobnobs, which makes me think that you put that on the low end, with rich tea biscuits on the high end, which is the inverse of how it should be.
Yeah.
If we're saying on the scale of rich tea biscuits to hobnobs, it's absolutely a hobnob. I might even say it's chocolate covered hobnobs. Rich tea is just bland.
Rich tea is like the biscuit that's in your cupboard, in your mum's cupboard, that you like never want.
Yeah. You can't tell. You could leave it out and it could go stale and you'd eat it and you'd be like, yep, that's just a normal rich tea biscuit. You can't tell when it's bad. But Alien Man has said no, my bad. I see. Yeah, I thought so. No worries, no worries. Alien Man knows what's going on. It's a hobnob, mate. It's a hobnob.
It's a hobnob.
Oh, Kelsey's here, and Kelsey's dropped in chocolate-covered malted milk, which is an S-rank biscuit.
That is an unbelievable biscuit.
That is Kelsey knows what's up. Hey, Kelsey.
Also, hi, Kelsey. See, the thing is like, I feel like I know where stuff is. I know where people are gonna be, and it feels really good. But also, I can mess up at like a moment's notice just because of just the nature of the game. A teachable moment. I wondered if this was a reference to Bean Dad. Because Bean Dad happened in the year 2021 of all things, because this year has felt like 5 years long. But yeah, a teachable moment.
You don't call me, I call you.
Where's my LPP?
I'm not done. This isn't your show. It's mine. I run this place. You want out? You gotta go.
Is this a puzzle shooter? It's called kind of, yeah. To a degree, it's not a puzzle shooter in the sense that you are, you know, completing puzzles. Like the way it's a puzzle shooter is you're looking at the world around you and looking at the marks that you are given as an assassin and figuring, and you're puzzling out the best way to kill all of them in one run. So it's a puzzle game, but not in the traditional sense of a puzzle game. You're not going to be solving logic puzzles. You'll be solving situational, kind of like you're doing situational analysis and figuring out what tools you have at your disposal and the best way to use them.
Like I was going to say, you're not using shit. You're not using a. You're not doing it.
No.
Oh God, where is she? Again, I have no sound because the way I've set up this stream.
So here we have a Juliana AI invasion. Lucy needs to hack this.
So hack it. I'm just trying to see. She usually comes...
That, yeah, so that if you don't hack that, the tunnels are locked, so you can't escape.
Oh, there she is.
There she is.
So what has she got? She's got... She goes... Oh no, see? Did I get her?
That's no great.
I did!
You got her.
Check her for a slab.
So Juliana, usually the Visionaries carry the slabs that give you powers, but Juliana also has powers, slab powers. So you can sometimes get them from her instead of getting them from the Visionary, which makes things slightly easier.
Now
people are saying if we could turn the game volume down a bit.
Down a bit, sure. Let me know if that's okay. If not, I will adjust a bit more. So now we've got shift, which is my favorite. It's like
best ability.
Now that I have shift, I feel like I can breathe again. I can breathe in.
Yeah.
It works exactly the same way it works in Dishonored. Dishonored's blink. So yeah, you see, it even does the same triangle thing to kind of tell you that you're gonna land on top of something. But now shift is shift is a lifesaver. And I don't have any trinkets to make my power usage lower or any of that, so I will be using it sparingly.
We've got the one and only Blind Gamer Steve in chat.
Hey,
He says,
hi,
hello
Steve.
friends. Quick question. Does the game give you help or direction on what you should be doing next, or does it drop you in and be like, good luck? I'm afraid this will feel overwhelming with the amount of choice. Well, Steve, you'll be happy to hear that it gives you a lot of direction.
Yeah.
It's actually a good middle ground, I found. I think Lucy can show off the two specific menus that are in the game that will guide you onto what to do.
I think when I get out of here, I should
Yeah,
be able
when
to.
you get out, you should be able to. So there's two menus, basically. There's a menu that is leads designed specifically to get you the information you need to kill the Visionaries.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a separate one that is designed to be your arsenal lead, which is like, this is all the stuff, this is where all the cool weapons and abilities are, and this is what you need to, this is the path you need to take to get that stuff. So Steve, it won't be overwhelming. The thing about it is it has those like handholdy leads, but as well as that, there's loads of things hidden in the environment that you are left there for you to discover in a very natural way.
Yeah.
So the part of the loop is picking something and going, I want to try and get this, or I want to try and do this, and then the game will put it on a map for you and always have the waypoint for you to follow.
Yeah, and as well, like, you've got notes written all over the island, literally in some cases, but also like notes to pick up. But the two,
my weapons are gone.
like the two menus that I should be able to get to once we're through this are very, very helpful. And yeah, like Tam said, it's you can kind of set your own objectives from within there. And so it's like if you want to go to Carl's Bay and you don't want to kill the Visionary that's there, it's like, oh, I'm decided I'm going to do this instead today. And you can just pick that way. It's actually quite helpful, like especially the first time you're doing something. I find it's like it's very forgiving. of the help that it gives you, and so it does gradually
Don't stop
all
there.
build
Put them both together.
into,
The body count is gonna get high.
into something a little bit more complex, but I think as well.
Everyone on the island and on
Yeah.
a mission.
On onboarding, it does a good job.
A reminder, if you're in chat and you're doing any sort of like console war fanboy stuff, I'm gonna instant ban you. I've got no time for it. So watch it.
Pick up my bit. Got my trusty knife. And my slab.
All right. Hit your button hard. Get the safe. Help
So you
people-
notice
Goodbye,
like
Evie.
So you notice like the first few times I'm running the loops, I'm basically going to my apartment, to Freestad, and like seeing them at different times of day. So you're kind of getting to learn the lay of the land a bit, but you're also gaining more confidence in it, which is what I found really helpful at the beginning, because then at the point where it says, okay, now you can go and do into any area, any time of day, I felt like I was like, oh, well, I could continue my mastery in this place. Or I can try something new. So this at the minute is very linear. This is like the visionary lead until things split. So once I finish this quest, the longest day, it'll basically give me one of these for every single visionary, so I can choose to go and chase them down if I want to. And then these are the discoveries I've made just along the way, like about Harriet is responsible for Eon's organizational structure and the masks. Charlie runs the Minicom network. And so these are small pieces of information that might not seem very useful right now, but later on it will be. And then shortly, I think after this mission, another one appears up here, which is Arsenal leads, which is like how you track down who has which slab, or some really cool guns that you can get in the environment, or like you can solve a mission to get some really cool guns. So
Sure. Steve also asks, what's the balance like in gunplay stealth? I played Dishonored very stealthy without killing anyone, but it seems like it's leaning on the other way. Does the game encourage either way of playing, if that makes sense? So, first of all, if you're in Twitch chat and you don't follow Blind Gamer Steve, make sure you do that. Doing a lot of amazing work out there for accessibility. Follow him on Twitter as well. But yeah, Steve, you can pretty much play it how you want. Like, I'm a pure stealth gamer usually. I mentioned as much in my review, and it's very doable. It's a little trickier to begin with because you have there's not a lot of like, you don't start with like shift or blink as it were in Dishonored, but you will very easily find your stealth groove, and obviously that requires a little more patience, but as someone who plays stealth, you'll have no issues with that. But then it's also like you can play it all out guns blazing, and it feels rewarding to do that. The game never pushes you in any direction. There are kind of like generally certain slabs that are better off, so you want to try and get shift, you want to try and get aether as kind of like a kind of basics for stealthing, and then from there you're good. Those two basically, if you've got those, you're good. You've got a solid foundation for stealthing everything. Yeah. And then the nail gun you'll very quickly find in this specific area of the game that Lucy's in. It's like the first gun you'll find, the game pushes you towards it. That is basically a silenced pistol, and those are the three things that you need to stealth this game pretty much on a basic level. But you can definitely do stealth if that's what you want to do, mate.
yeah, I mean this gun, like I said, is my best friend. Like 4-pound is good, but I never used it that much because I liked this one as well, the light machine pistol.
All right, LPP, show me something good.
Really nice.
Not what I wanted.
And then yeah, here's the LPP, which is basically like a list of where. So you get a basic understanding of where all of the visionaries are going to be. However, you've kind of got to fit them all in one.
This is how I'm going to break the
One
loop.
good path to get them all.
People, one day.
And so that's kind of where the visionary leads come in.
Oh, all right. So what's the plan? 8 targets one day. We're gonna need a couple more Colts in here if we're gonna wreck this island in a Colt storm.
No, listen, I can't stay long.
How did you even get in here?
Adam
Didn't you get
Lewis,
shot 2
I
months ago,
told
or was
everyone
it 3?
I have a zero tolerance policy
Different
for
ways. Look,
fanboys, and so you're getting
of
banned.
us, or more. I don't know, but none of us have gotten it right.
Okay.
You've got to be better than all of us, so don't just try to shoot everything.
But I like shooting
You
things.
gotta be smart.
Look at this guy.
The way to
He's
fix
beautiful.
This.
Oh man,
This-
the voice acting's so
Look
good.
at that jacket.
I prefer the Colt Storm.
I wonder if they'll do a
Figure
Disco
out the
Elysium
syndrome,
and sell that
It'll make your
jacket.
life easier.
Yeah,
Or
they should.
do it the
If
hard
anyone
way.
from Bethesda is watching.
Whatever.